This is part 5 of the most important e-commerce scaling frameworks you will ever learn. It's actually part 2 of the optimize phase. We covered part 1 yesterday. This is part 2, which is going to cover steps 2 through 5 of the optimize phase. If you didn't watch the rest of the videos, this is a series that is literally the exact roadmap that you can follow for e-commerce success. That includes every detail from going from 0 to 7 figures and then to multi 8 figures in revenue. Everything will be broken down into bite-sized action steps using this framework. This, as I mentioned earlier, this is an ongoing series, so make sure you follow along if you don't want to miss out on the other videos. And if you're coming in late, there'll be a link below that has access to all the other videos so that you don't miss out on anything. As I mentioned, today's video is going to be a more in-depth overview of the optimize phase. We've already done step 1. We're going to cover the rest here today. And in case you didn't see it yet, optimize stage is about making everything work better. I would highly recommend that you go back to the video before this so you can see how the whole thing works in tandem. Anyways, step 2 in the optimize phase falls after step 1, which is sales and marketing optimization. So in step 2, we have product and customer experience enhancement. The first thing that we want to do is we want to do a customer journey analysis. Why we want to do that is we want to refine the overall customer experience. This means like how satisfied are they with the packaging, how long it takes to get to them. Also like how they figure out about the product, and what's the path they get to actually making the purchase look like. Are they annoyed by the time they buy the product? Are they annoyed with how they bought it? Are they annoyed with the service? Are they annoyed with anything? We want to make sure that this is optimized because a happy customer tells other people about their product. We want to look at adding new product line expansion, which, once you do, we will spin back to the validate phase again, but look into what new products could we add based on our customer feedback. The next thing is a feedback loop. We want to implement a system for continuously integrating customer feedback. And this could happen in a lot of different ways. This could be taking common comments on Facebook ads, or taking common email requests or questions and implementing that into the copy on your landing page so it's much more clear. Or it could be like, maybe this product is giving me a rash, or it's hurting me, or it's not what I expected. And how can we go back to the product team and adjust whatever is not working so that it works better for everybody? More happy customers we have, the better it is for us in the long run. Next, we are jumping into operational efficiency and global expansion readiness. I will be honest, this is probably the area where I suck the most. I have ADHD, so operations stuff is not my specialty. But the first thing on this list is inventory and supply chain management. So we want to streamline all of this. We want to make sure that we have multiple 3PLs set up so that customers get the product as quickly as possible. We want to make sure that we have feedback loops so that that we know how much inventory is left in each of our key locations, so that we can make sure that we are ordering enough of our product from wherever we're getting it from so that we don't run out. We run out of product, can't sell it, don't make money, game over. Customer service enhancement. So we want to upgrade support services for better customer satisfaction. So, this could mean adding KPIs for faster response rates. This could mean adding additional channels, whether that's phone service and email service or online chat, implementing some sort of AI for basic customer responses. Next is data-driven decision-making. So again, this is tied to like the BI side of things, but we want to use analytics to steer the boat. Everything we do, we can't do from intuition, especially when you have a team. So we need to figure out what metrics are important to us, how we dig into them, and using that data to make decisions. International expansion considerations. So we're in this optimized phase here. We want to make sure that everything is working well, and we want to identify potentially where we want to move to add to scale even bigger. One of the easiest opportunities to grow is to expand internationally. If you're in the US, look at expanding into Canada. Usually the copy and everything is almost identical, and the advertising rates are considerably cheaper. So figuring out where you're going to go next and making sure all your dots or your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. We want to start optimizing our standard operating procedures. Listen, it's easy to make standard operating procedures, and then people get used to doing them and they never get updated. There's almost always room for process improvement in your processes. So putting together some sort of system that incentivizes SOP improvement and optimization. These I kind of just covered together. Step 4 is brand development and guideline refinement. So this one, again, is pretty easy. You want to build this out as you go because you want to make sure your assets and everything are up to date. But you want to update your brand guidelines and have this delegated to somebody to constantly update so that you always have this living document that you can hand to just about anybody who you want to work with, whether it's a creative agency, a customer service agency, a copywriting agency, whoever it is. If you have these with the do's and don'ts, and it's updated with more and more information like your fonts, your logos, it makes it so much easier to work with just about anybody because it's a nice, cohesive document that has everything. You want to make sure in here too that as we go, we refine our audience and we really dial in who our avatars are so that whoever we're working with knows exactly how to communicate with them. Step 5, and the last one for the optimized phase, is content, community, and website engagement. So we've been producing content, we've been doing social media, but now we want to start our content strategy refinement. So we want to continuously update our content to align with our customer interests. We can, since we've got all these surveys spitting out information, giving us more data that we can use, we can make strategic decisions around how we communicate, who we communicate to, and we just want to make sure that our content strategy is constantly evolving. Is there content that we're putting out that's not having any impact? Maybe we should cut that and do more of something else. And then community building and engagement. So we want to continue to foster a strong and active community around your brand. This could be just digitally in a Facebook group, it could be in a Slack group or Discord, or it could even be in the real world. We've got we've held multiple community events here in Vancouver around our brands, and they've been huge hits. People come, we have bands. They're super awesome. Highly recommend making sure that you build a community, whether it's digitally or in the real world. I mean, the real world is fun since this is where we live. But anyways, that is the second half of Optimize. Make sure you follow along. The next letter in the framework is Scale, and we'll be coming to you soon.